So today we're looking here at the Beauty and the Beast castle. Now, this one is actually a really lovely build. I borrowed this one from a friend, and we just wanted to show off the cool aspect of what the Disney adult sets have become. And where I think a lot of the time, a lot of those sets were just focused on the mini doll ones, which is also great because it does cater to a specific audience. But also, a lot of your Disney fans are now adults or kids that grew up on these movies, and especially this one, this is from 1991. And it's great when Lego does something special for the adult fans. And going off of Disney, that's going to be the most magical moment that you can go with that. Now, the Beauty and the Beast castle is one of the smaller Disney castles. Now, they've done the first one, the first rendition of the Disney castle. Then they sort of had the second update, which had different colors, and obviously your minifigures were more focused on your Disney princesses. But this one is very specific towards Beauty and the Beast, and it's got that very cool lavender color scheme to it, and the different types of trimmings for that. And then you've got the whole interior showing off scenes and bits from the movie, which is also really nice to get. Now, you get quite a big selection of minifigures. Few of them are brick builds compared to something like some of your other bigger princess sets which came with the actual minifigures themselves. But it is important characters to the story, and it's ones that you would really definitely want to get from this castle. But enough of me talking so much about it. Let's quickly take an in-depth look here, and then we'll just have some finishing thoughts on this beautiful Disney castle. So taking a look at the castle from the front, you can see it uses that lovely lavender color to build up the walls. It's very unique for especially the Disney castles. And then it does go up quite a bit, which is really cool. Now at the very front, it's got these sculptures, which are lion sculptures, which are really cool. Then it's got some crows at the top, and it's got the shield symbol for the Beast Castle. Then these ones here are prints as well, which is really cool to get. Nice when you don't have to add some stickers, especially for windows, because they don't always go on right. And then on the side here, you've got the cool glass structure going up as well. But we'll take a closer look at that once we turn the set around here. Then for the top, you've got a little bit more of those ravens as well. But it's also really cool to see that sort of connector piece being used as decoration in the same green color there. And then moving up towards the top of the castle, you've got a very cool stained glass window there. So that is for Belle and the Beast once he's out of his beast form with a rose. And then you've got the spire still going towards the top there. So you do basically have 3 layers to the castle here. Now the main one obviously being the grand staircase, which is classic for that scene. And it's really cool that you can actually pull this one up and use it as a separate display if you'd like as well. And then you've got the cool structures here again with those ravens holding the candelabra. And just this cool sloping technique going down for your staircase there. And then for the side, you've still got the continuation of the ballroom here with a lovely chandelier. And then cleverly hidden is a spinning wheel, so you can have your figures dance the night away. On your second layer here, you can recreate Be Our Guest, and all of the food and everything spins on the table. You've got that cool champagne fork centerpiece there, and then the rest of the dishes and everything dancing on the side. And then at the far back, you've got the stove, and in the cabinet next to it is Mrs. Potts and Chip's family. So the third level up is Belle's favorite room in the castle, obviously, which is the Grand Library. And you can see it's a very cool way of creating all the books at the back. So just stacking some of the plates and then those ingot pieces as well to look like thick book covers. You've got a sticker at the top there, which has the Disney Castle. And then on your left-hand side here, you've got the cabinet, and she can open up. And there's just a little hidden space at the back there. And then something very cool as well is this is a little hidden secret. And this is actually the part that houses the section to turn your beast back into the prince. But we'll take a look at that minifigure when we get to that. And then for our very top, heading towards the spire here, we've got the rose. And on the side, we've got a sticker here to represent where the beast has ripped up his portrait of himself as a human. And there's just a better look at the sticker there for the stained glass window as well. It's also got the rose, and it's at the backside of the actual rose. And then sort of the three extra characters from this set outside of your castle main cast. You've got Lafleur with a very funny looking face there, Gaston with that classic smirk, and Maurice as well. So they all come with very cool, unique head molds, and then also the printing there for their torsos are really cool and captures that classic Disney look. Then at the back here, their torso prints continue, and each of these characters also comes with a secondary face print, especially like the one on Gaston. He looks a little bit clueless there. Then taking a look at some of the staff minifigures. I mean, they are buildables, but it still counts as figures for this set. We've got Plumette the Duster, Lumière's girlfriend there. Then we've got the dog who got turned into a footstool, which is really cool to see because I think this is the first time we're getting him as a character. And then Mrs. Potts and Chip. Now, I think this is the same print they've been using for quite a while now, but it's still very cool and definitely needs to come in this set. Then we have the other two main staff members. Now, Lumière looks a little bit burnt out there. I know they've done him before like this, but I do feel in previous years just a little bit more extra pieces that made him look a bit bigger just did him more justice. But Cogsworth here does look really cool, and I think this is probably the best build they've done for him, and that is a really cool face print. And then lastly, we have the two main characters, the Beauty and the Beast. So Belle comes with her very nicely printed dress piece there, the yellow one that she wears in the ballroom scene, as well as the Beast with his very fancy clothes he's got on there. And then in his hand, he's also got the mirror that allows him to see into the outside world. Now, turning them around, I'm not going to take Beast's head off just yet, but Belle does come with a very cool hairpiece there, as well as dual-sided face printing. And then the Beast, when you take that headpiece off, becomes something magical. So let's quickly do that. And then we have the Beast in his prince form. So it is the same outfit, obviously, but underneath that Beast head mold piece, which is really cool, you've got the prince's face, and then you also have dual-sided face printing for him. And then just to show off with Belle as well, she does come with a printed slow piece there that you can use to have it look like she is sitting in a seat, which is really cool that LEGO has been doing this for especially dress-wearing characters in a lot of their newer sets. So as you can see with the Beauty and the Beast castle, it just captures that Disney magic moments from the ballroom scene to doing your own rendition of Be Our Guest with the library and all the cool Easter eggs from the classic movie. Now, this set is a little bit more on the expensive side. It is 5,699 Rand here in South Africa, and then 270.99 euros and $279.99. So you are getting a little bit less, but you are paying for that Disney tax, unfortunately. So I would say if you can get this one on a discount, or if you're a very big Beauty and the Beast fan, then you definitely still need to get this set, because it captures special moments. And I think this is what LEGO does really well these days, and especially, like I mentioned earlier, with their new Disney adult themed sets. Now, this one, putting it next to your big Disney castles might make it look a bit smaller, but you know, all your Disney castles lined up, I think, can make for a really cool collection, and they're just very special to have next to each other. But other than that, if you're also just looking for something that can create like a cool parts pack for castle bits and pieces, and getting sort of these dome ones in sand green, there's a lot of tan, there's a lot of dark red. I think you can't go wrong if you're just looking for that, and then getting those very cool and unique minifigures that you get here at the front. But that's just my thoughts on this set. Like and subscribe if you're enjoying our reviews, and then comment below which one of these classic Disney movies would you like LEGO to see make next one of these big cool adult sets that you can put on your shelf or collector. And then we'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.